Hey everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Are you guys able to hear me? Hey everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope everybody is able to hear me and see me clearly. Ayan, I can see a lot of people here online right now. So I hope everybody is able to see me clearly. Can you guys put uh can anybody put everybody please put yes in the chat? Just please put yes in the chat if you guys are able to hear me. And everybody who is right now listening to me from different other platforms, from YouTube, from LinkedIn, good afternoon to everyone. Great, great. So we will be starting the session in just few minutes, but let me just take you through the scenario, the agenda for today, what we will be covering. So this is going to be your masterclass. This is going to be your career guidance sessions where I will be taking you through what is going to be your high tech career journey. So, in the tech, what do you plan out to get yourself a high growth in this domain, right? How your plans should be, how you should be starting out. That is something which I am going to talk about, right? So, without further ado, again, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for taking out your time on your weekend, on Saturdays for this particular session. And I'm sure this whole session, which will go on for almost 1.5 hour, will be worth of your time. You will definitely learn something new. You will have some perspective at the end of it, right? Now, I will introduce myself. So, I am Alok Anand. I am co founder and COO at AlmaBetter. Overall, I have 8+ years of experience in the field of data science and machine learning. I have various expertise in terms of deployment of machine learning at scale. Working with American Express and Black Bucket gave me a lot of exposure around reinforcement learning, NLP, and various other problem statements, right? And while I am associated with AlmaBetter as a co-founder, as a COO, and heading the learning department overall as an head of instructor. I have been associated with 100 plus companies directly and lot of hiring partners indirectly. We understand their ML systems. We help them with utilization of data, resource management. So all those things are something which I have been part of in the past 8 years of my experience. Overall, I will be giving you a gist of how your career design should be. What do we look at in terms of right now landscape, how you should be deciding on things, and that is something my experience plus the collective experience I have got overall. I'm going to share that with all of you guys. And your overall agenda for today's session would be, first of all, I'm going to talk about the emerging tech, right? uh, we are going to talk about the emerging tech. So what all emerging techs are right now coming up in this particular world? Then we will be talking about the career options. So what all career options are there in tech which you can consider? Then after that, required technical skills and qualification. After that, how do you what all tech skills are there which will increase your employability as a fresher, right? And then what will set you apart from crowd? So these all things I am going to cover in this whole session. Meanwhile, you can utilize the chat for the engagement, and as well as you will see the option of Q&A. So please put up your question in the Q&A at the end. I want to give maximum time to all of you guys so that whatever questions you guys have, that is clear to the end, right? You have understood this particular session. Whatever question you have in mind, whether it is what is the difference between data analyst but data scientist, or if you are from some different background, you have the confusion, if you have the career gap, whatever comes to your mind, whatever question you want me to answer, please put it up in the chat. We'll ensure that all those questions are answered on all the platforms it is getting, right? All right, guys, so let's start with the session now. So here, I know that most of you here might have heard about something or the other here, which I'm calling it as emerging tech, right? When I'm calling it as emerging tech, because if you are thinking you have joined this session, you are right now here listening to me, it means you are somewhat interested in the tech world right now, the tech world which you have been hearing about. Now, in this tech world, what is happening, right? In 2024, right now, what is there which is currently very hot, and it's right now in the, uh, you know, kind of like a connecting to the future with the tech, what all things we are seeing. So 2024 is shaping up as a very exciting year of technology, because you must be hearing now the chat GPT, Gemini, war between Google and Microsoft, OpenAI, Elon Musk being so active overall. So there is a tech overall overhaul is happening, and all the different leaders in tech, they are trying to get a hold of it. So in 2024 we have seen that a lot of people, they got the awareness about the tech for the first time. Earlier, a lot of people were not aware about what is AI, what is ML. Now everybody I can see, even if they are not from technical background, or even if they are not from any, I would say, engineering background, all of them, they now started at least using the tech, chat GPT. They know about something like machine learning, AI. So this has been something which is now impacting to all of us, right? Now it is not the distant concept that something there is an ML AI. I don't know what it is right now. ML AI, all these algorithms which you see, that is present on your phone. Google is using for their search, Google is using for the photos. So everywhere this AI is something which you are now interacting with. It's around you now. Earlier, it was little bit distant from us, but now it is all around us, right? AI is all around us here. So be it Google search, right? Be it uh, Chat GPT, be it your Google Photos, you see your photos are sorted or filtered accordingly, according to the face and according to other location. It is automatically sorted and filtered here. How that is happening? There is some kind of machine learning and AI in the backend, right? So this particular side of it, it has been the hottest talk of this year. From the past year second half, it has picked, and now you see everywhere the AI is being discussed about. And it is going to be the future, no doubt. It's going to be the core of everything. It's going to be the core of everything in the future. Because 5 years back, just think about it, 5 years back, it was an era of automation. So 5 6 years back, in fact 5 6 years back, if you look at it, it was an era of automation. All the companies, if they didn't have a website, they would hire some developer to have a website. If they don't have proper system in place in terms of applications, not just mobile app, internal applications and all those, they will hire developers to automate things, right? That was the era. Now the era is intelligent automation, right? Intelligent automation. That was the era now. Now people want to automate things, of course, but with some intelligence. And that's where the AI and ML comes in picture. So AI and ML gives you an intelligence layer on top of it. So AI and ML will look at the past data, information, like any child learns, right? So as a child, we have learned looking at so many things. Our parents, they taught us, our teachers, they taught us, okay, this is what the bird is, this is what your laptop, this is what your mobile. Not, let's say, for us it was simple, like this is what is tree, this is what is your soil, and all those things, right? So all those things somebody taught you, and looking at all those information, now you have learned it. Similar thing happens with AI and ML as well. Here data is given as input, data goes as an input, data यहाँ पे input में जाता है, and बहुत डेटा जाता है, 1 साल का, 2 साल का, 10 साल का डेटा जाएगा, और उस डेटा को देख करके ऑटोमेटिकली एल्गोरिदम विल लर्न कि मेरे को अब क्या करना है, अगले साल क्या होगा, अभी क्या होगा, ये लर्न कर लेता है. दैट्स व्हाट योर फर्स्ट this AI and ML is. So kind of like utilizing the past data. Intelligent automation is the era now, and it is going to be the future. It's going to be the future. AI and ML will be everywhere. In what form, in what, at what level, in what complexity, that will keep on increasing. धीरे धीरे चीजों का complexity will keep on increasing, and it will become better and better overall. So here, first thing is AI everywhere. Everywhere now AI is there. You have been influenced by that. And mostly, if I talk about the roles which are directly involved here and working on creating these chat gpt and all these uh, high level, I would say, ai, that those guys are ml engineers, deep learning engineers, ai engineers, working in different companies, big companies, right? This is what is the hottest talk of the 2024 right now. Then you have next as IoT, the connected world. Right now, there is a lot of use cases you might be seeing in your kind of home. You see that your bulb, your AC, those can be connected with Alexa, right? That is a very simple form of IoT. Now you will see in the next age of 5 to 6 years, you will see this booming. Everything will be connected to the internet. So IoT means Internet of Things. Everything is connected with internet, and everything can be controlled via voice, via some app. So everything can be controlled via internet, right? So that is something what IoT is, and it's going to come in the future for sure, right? There will be part of ai, there will be security required, there are a lot of issues right now. That's why it has not been implemented so easily at your home, because again the price is there, people are working on reducing the cost of these things, right? Cost of these technologies, how the all edge computing should happen. So edge computing is on your small chip, how computing can be executed. So all those things are something which companies are working on. The simple IoT you have already seen in your home. You must have heard about it. By voice, you will see that light is going off and on, and your color is changing for the light. Those are part of IoT. Next, you will see that your fridge, your washing machine, everything will be connected so that you have a very all around experience, and you have some assistant through phone, you are giving the command to do all the things. And that is going to be the future in just a very near time. Sorry. So for this particular part, you will see the roles of IoT solution architect, data engineer specializing in IoT data. So a lot of data is getting gathered, right? Uh, right now in at your household, it is not being used, but in manufacturing, in agriculture, already IoT is a big part. Sensors are the big part of their operations. In manufacturing, each and every step, there are some sensors put, temperature, humidity, because it's very important for them that to track what is the temperature right now. If it goes by certain level, it's an hazard, it's a hazard. So all those things has have to be looked at. So this is what the world of IoT right now, and it's going to come in the future. Third, you guys have heard about it. There was a boom of the discussion around AR and VR when Meta launched it. Recently, you must have seen the product of Apple, Apple Vision. Uh, how many of you know about this Apple Vision? Can anybody put yes in the chat? How many of you know uh, Apple Vision? Have you seen any ad? Have you seen any? Have you heard about this particular product? If not, then after this session, please go and search about it. It's the next kind of gen product which Apple has brought up. It's very costly right now. Even none of us can buy right now, and it does not make sense. But they have started working on it. So Apple Vision is a AR VR set, and that particular AR, which is your AR actually, augmented reality, which is nothing but all the you don't need TV, you don't need laptop, you don't need mobile. If you have that device with you, you can control everything with your eye, with your head check, with your hand, to overall look at your screen. Now TV is not going to be restricted by the hardware which you have. You 55 inch, 60 inch, no, that is not going to be the restriction. There you can just do this with finger, and your TV ka size will grow with that particular headset, right? Your curvature of TV will happen. So all those things you can do there by just wearing that particular headset, and it is so advanced. But the issue is it is not there very common with us because of the price, because of the ease of using that. So all of those things being worked on right now in the industry, and already you will see in healthcare, lot of doctors they have started using it, using that particular headset They can now look at, okay, what is the diagnosis, how bad tumor is, where should we operate. All those things started now coming up. They, even using the headset, they do the practice of surgery even before going to the real one. So wearing that particular headset, it gives you kind of like a 3D model where you can just practice the operation even before going to the real one. So all of these have started in the tech world, right? And the future is going to be really a different future altogether. It's not going to happen overnight, but slowly and steady, like mobile coming to our life, all of these will be part of us. And even we will not realize it, it will be with us and we will be using it, and we will be part of this whole revolution of tech which we see right now. So, for these roles, there are AR VR developers, which will become very common in the future. UX designers for AR and VR, how your whole design should look like. If you are playing a game, how your whole environment of game should look like. So, all those things, there will be some designer who will be working on 3D content creator, game developer. So, these are the roles which you will be seeing in the future. Then you have already heard about it. We have been hearing this from the past, I would say 25, 30 years. Even before that, people, they have imagined robots, AI powered robots, collaborative robots, and robots for various tasks are emerging. Now, when we imagine robots, it's always like a human, same like us, having two hands, two legs, and the face, that we call it as robot. Of course, that is a robot, but that is a humanoid robot. But this robotics is not just about that humanoid robot. There are other forms of robot as well, where it's just a hand which it picks and put it somewhere else, right? So this type of mechanism is used in Amazon warehouses, big warehouses. They have already implemented it, right? If you have not searched about it, you can just go and look at Boston Dynamics. Boston Dynamics on the YouTube. You will see how they are working on the robotics products. So they don't want to replicate human as a robot. They want to replicate robot, something which can be very powerful in terms of the energy, in terms of the power. They should have really good capacity in terms of handling our day-to-day job, right? If we have to transfer 100 kg of a sack or any object, that particular robot should be easy to do that. Okay, maybe for that the hand and leg structure is not right. For that, there might be something like a animal type of structure where it has a back, and on that 100 kg can be put, and there are four legs. So that is how they are thinking, and it's going to be a very interesting field which we see growing. And after 4 or 5 years, you will see that us as AlmaBetter, which has the problem statement or the whole aim of first job in tech domain. So AlmaBetter resonates with first job in tech domain, and this is something which we will be adopting over the years. Once we see that, okay, now adoption is good, people are now using all these things, there are requirement in the industry, people are open for these particular roles, we will also start incorporating in next 2 to 3 years. You will see the our courses evolving. So that is how we think from our end, that this emerging tech is going to be there in the whole our day-to-day life, plus the world, how it will be changed. And on top of it, the roles which you see here is going to be a major role which you will be part of in the future. Now, there are some texts which I want to mention, which is right now not that matured enough. So, blockchain is something, there are a lot of back and forth on this. It was something which kind of uh, had the fad or traction, I would say. Everybody was talking about blockchain, everybody was talking about Bitcoin, but then it went down. The major reason of this, there are a lot of regulation around it, because blockchain is about making your data private, which you can control, right? So blockchain is all about making your data as private as it can be, right? That is the very core of blockchain, that your data, nobody can change it, nobody can access it. It's you who can give the permission, then only anybody will be able to do that. So That's what the core of blockchain is. And there are a lot of issues in terms of regulation, in terms of maybe terrorist activity, what kind of products being bought and sold. So all those things are very difficult to track if you have something on blockchain, right? So that blockchain, it is facing right now a lot of regulation. Even coin like currency like bitcoins and all those different technologies, it actually all the government, they started putting regulation on top of it, right? In India also they started putting regulation on bitcoin. Either it will be checked or there will be some kind of taxes and all those things will be put up. So that's why it is something which is very difficult to say that how blockchain will shape up. But this quantum computing, right? Quantum computing is something which is very interesting to see. You will not see this maybe in next 2 to 3 years, but over the time of 5 to 10 of your career, of my career, you will start seeing the buzz around the quantum computing, right? Quantum computing is kind of like, if it is implemented, your whole internet speed will go by at least 10,000 1 million times kind of, ठीक है, 1 lakh times तक बढ़ सकता है. मतलब your computation power will increase. What you can do in 1 second right now, you can do this in even milli microseconds. So that is the power which you will be getting, almost 10 to the power 3 to 10 to the power 6 times your computational power will increase. That's what the overall expectation is. Again, this particular technology is not yet very practically implemented. Everything is in experimentation phase right now. Google is creating quantum computing. China is also working on it. So everyone is right now working on it, but overall the concept and everything is not that matured enough. The whole idea of quantum computing is right now, right now if I write it here, in quantum computing, in your quantum computing, compared to the current computing, if you guys know it, in current computing everything is stored as binary, 1 or 0, right? Everything is stored as 1 or 0. So that's the core of computer science. Everything you see on laptop, on what you are seeing right now as a video, what I'm talking about, everything is getting stored somewhere. Everything is getting transferred from one place to another. Every transfer, storage, and everything will be done in terms of 1 and 0 only. So only 2 bits are there, which is actually getting, everything is getting translated to. But in case of quantum computing, there will be three levels: -1, 0, and 1. Okay. There will be three levels, which is going to be, which your whole thing will be transferred into, right? So that is what quantum computing is. And this particular thing itself will give a lot of computational power and speed to the whole ecosystem. Once you see this quantum computing coming in, the field like robotics, beyond AR, VR, connected world, IoT, these things will start jumping, taking a leap. Because if you have a quantum computing, your IoT, your robots, everything will start acting very fast. You will not see lag in your AR, VR. You will see your VR set or AR set, uh, everything computed on the set itself, and everything is running very smooth. You don't see any difference. Your experience level will go 100 times higher, right? This is what your emerging tech is going to be. And I am sure that this particular interest, right? This particular interest which you guys have in terms of tech, it's very important that stay connected, right? थोड़ा सा सर्च कीजिए, देखिए क्या चल रहा है, and you will be really fascinated how this whole world is changing, right? uh, as in India, these things are something which is not very discussed about, not talked about in news or in mainstream media. But outside of India, and in fact in India as well, in cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, there are a lot of companies who are working on these technologies. They are looking to change the landscape of tech altogether, right? So, as an enthusiast, guys, I would suggest that if you are interested in any domain, data science, web development, or any domain, just be aware about what is happening in the world. Try to search about it. Be at least enthusiastic about it. You might not be, let's say, buying the Apple Vision Pro, which will cost you 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs. You don't have to buy that. You just have to know about what is happening, and you will start seeing the whole thing, how it is changing, and how far we have come in the past 5 10 years. So this is about the emerging tech right now, which we see in this whole world right now changing, right? Now, you have, what are the career options? So, whatever I have discussed until now, these were the emerging technologies. Now, as a fresher, because I would consider that lot of you here will be a fresher, either working. So, when I'm saying fresher here, you might be already in college right now, in final year maybe, or pre-final year, whatever be your situation right now, or you have come out of your college, you don't have any work experience, you are looking to choose a career and get into it. So that is what you might be doing. Although, like, it covers a wide spectrum of students, you might have some years of career gap, you might be preparing for some government jobs and all those things, but you have not worked, you are right now looking for, you don't have any working experience, you are looking for your first job in this tech, right? That's what your aspiration is. And the third category would be, first category college, second category fresh up, like out of, you are out of college, not having any experience. Third is you are having some experience, but in non-tech domain, you want to get into the tech side of it now, right? You have some experience, but in non-tech domain. So these three categories of students, they are associated with us in master's degree, in our other programs. So all of those things, you can just take it, you can look at it later. But first of all, understand what your career options might be if you are thinking to get into the tech domain, right? Because at the end of it, to reach a certain level where you are working with robotics or IoT engineer or ML engineer, there is a first step which you will be taking, right? There is a first step how you are going to reach that particular point. That first step is something which you should be clear about, right? So I'll give you an idea that how you are going to think about it. So as a fresher, right, where you have some growth potential. So in when I see this growth potential, then there are some roles which I have removed, and that might be in the tech itself. Because specifically, I'm saying tech roles, fresher friendly with growth potential. So there are some testing roles, there are some other roles which I have excluded from here, because there you don't see that much of a growth potential, to be very honest, right? Because in this particular session, the whole agenda is to talk about the high growth tech career, right? So here we are going to talk about the high growth ones, and those are kind of which I have mentioned here, segregated into three categories, right? All the fresher friendly jobs with growth potential, you have three different categories which you have to think about. First is coding focused. So you have almost 40% of the roles in the market out of all, right? 40 plus 40, 80 plus 10, 90. So out of all the roles for freshers in tech, out of all the roles for fresher in tech, you have almost 90% segregated like this. First one is coding focused, which is your 40% of your job is related to some coding, right? Some coding, deep level coding is required. Front end development, mobile app developer, cloud engineer, security engineer. So here, if you know cyber security, you can get into this. Cloud engineering, if you know AWS, you have GCP, which is your Google computing platform. So that is what is given by Google. Then you have Microsoft through Azure. All those things, if you know just at least one of them, you can become a cloud engineer. Mobile app developer. So if you know development around app, then you will know the mobile app developer. Then you have this front end developer, where you might have heard about JavaScript, React, and all sorts of things comes under this 40% of the side of it. Then you have another 40% which comes under the analysis focus, right? As a fresher, you will be hearing almost all, most of the jobs around an data analyst. Then you have the junior data scientist role as well. So whatever you do as a fresher, it will be analysis focused, where you will be starting with. These two itself covers almost the 80% of the job opportunities in market, right? And then at the end, you have 10% of design focused, where you have UI UX developer, product management. So these two are different roles which is very focused towards the design side of it, how your website should be designed, how any flow should be designed, how your app should be designed. All of those things are being done by UI/UX developer. And product management guys, they try to look at what features should be added, what kind of product should be rolled out. So all those things are mostly design focused, not so much on analysis and coding. These guys collaborate with an analyst and coder to finally implement their design, right? Finally implement their design. So when I'm saying this, you design focus, it's all about आपके app में whatever you see in your app, whatever you see as the where button should be kept, how your flow should be, where when checkout page should come on your checkout page, what should be written. So overall the experience around any website, any application, it is looked by UI UX developer, product manager. So that's the 10% of the job for the fresher. So keep this in mind. I'm saying here fresher friendly, right? So all I'm talking about here is fresher friendly, because when you have some experience, then that's a different game altogether. But when you are looking for that first job in tech domain, then it is something which is fresher friendly. You have this distribution, coding focused, analysis focused, and at the end design focused roles you have got, right? So here, if I talk about the coding focused, it is going to give you somewhere around average salary of 3 to 8 LPA, which depends upon multiple different factors, your skill level, how good you are. Second thing, it might be like what is your expectation in terms of what type of companies you have got. Luck factor is also there, but on top of it, what is your kind of right now uh, background, right? What is your background also, that might determine whether it should be 6 LPA or even 5 LPA or 8 LPA. So that also is determined by here what is going to be your average salary. Then average time to get a job 8 to 10 months, that is for sure, right? Then you have analyst role 3 to 6 LPA, right? As a fresher. And then you have 8 to 10 months ka, overall time to get paid, right? This I'm talking about in the market, right? In the market, this is what the reality is. In UI UX developer or product management role, 2 to 4 LPA, 4 to 6 months. And here mostly fresher from MBA or design background is preferred, because there are very few roles, and there are a lot of people from MBA background or design background already done courses in these. They are mostly preferred over here, right? But here it's kind of like open. In these two places you have lot of opportunities, lot of roles coming up. And when I see this 40% here, 40%, I will tell you the magnitude as well. I will tell you the magnitude of how many jobs we see on a daily basis coming to us. Almost we have the tracker and everything placed, uh, and you will see that there is a job platform we have added on our website, on the grow platform as well. So you will see that one job platform is there, we can where you can go and apply for jobs on your own if you want, right? So all those things are there. We have seen coding focused almost on a daily basis. I'm talking about 500 to 600 roles are getting posted on a daily basis. I'm talking about daily. 500 to 600 of openings or opportunities are opening up. This is a daily basis I'm talking about. Here it is somewhere around again 400 to 500 roles or the opportunities coming up on a daily basis. And here it will be kind of like around somewhere around 50 to 100, uh, max 50 to 100 ये आपका होता है daily basis पे, which you will be seeing posting coming up, ठीक है? Even below that, in fact even below that, we have seen 25 30 50 तक का range रहता है for the design focus role. But here there are a lot of companies, because at the end of it, any company, if you think about any idea right now, immediately you will think about either you know the coding or you will hire somebody to code. Either you know the analysis or you will hire somebody to do the analysis. So that's how it is going to happen. Not so founders and co-founders, they are not going to maybe work on or code for their lifetime. They start the idea, they get some money, they validate their idea, they start hiring. First they will hire coders, front end developers, and all different roles, and then after that they will hire analyst roles, data analyst, product analyst, marketing analyst, data scientist. So they will start hiring those folks. So that's the initial level of hiring. Initially, UI UX development, product management, this is being done by somebody in the co-founding team itself. They are managing everything. When they grow to a certain level, then they start hiring the UI UX developer, designers, product managers. So then they take that decision. But initially, you need coders, you need somebody to do the analysis, having the knowledge of Python, SQL, and all these things, right? That's the kind of right now the job opportunities in market. Now I will go a little bit deeper into, right, the roles, what all things you require, right? Require technical skills and qualification as a fresher, which you need, because right now you are focusing on getting into the tech domain as a fresher. You might be thinking, I want to become AR/VR developer. I will talk about that in the next journey towards roles in future. But right now, as a fresher, how do you think about your starting point? How do you get to it? So here, if I talk about the different roles which you will see in on job portals, be it any job portal, you can go and search it. Naukri ho gaya, आपका LinkedIn ho gaya, everywhere you will see this particular distribution here. Okay? The first and the maximum roles, if in tech I'm talking about, it's going to be around HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, React, Get version control as a front end developer. As a front end developer, if you know Mern Stack is right now in demand, right? Mern Stack is MongoDB. Then you have Express.js, then you have React.js and Node.js. It's a JavaScript based framework to design the web application. Okay, web application. So whatever you see as a web application, like this platform where you are right now interacting with, where we are right now doing all the things, that is a web application based on the web, right? That's a web application. On a link you have come and you are interacting with me, putting everything in chat. So all of these are called as web application, right? In fact, if you call Facebook, Instagram, these are not just a website, these are the application, web application. You have website version as well, you have mobile version as well. So these are the web application. Specifically, I'm talking about the website side of it, which you have desktop version. So desktop version, so this is particularly in demand, but specifically for front-end development. Now for back-end, you would require the experience. You would require some experience. You should know basics of back-end, but front-end development is kind of right now most of the demand in, right? Then you have next as data analyst and data scientist, SQL, Python, Excel, Tableau, Power BI, machine learning, statistics, which overall covers your understanding. Plus, you should have how to do the analysis. These are the tools. So now whatever I'm talking about here, these are just the tools. Only learning tool will not help you out. So if you think that I have learned SQL and I know now everything, no. How do you apply this? Where do you apply this? How do you execute any problem statement? That is something which you have to get the idea, right? Over the course of our experience in 3 4 years and placing almost now I would say more than 3,000 around, right? Which we have seen from our end. That particular number overall in the community, we have seen this evolving, that it's not going to help you out if you just know SQL or if you just know Excel or Power BI. You should know where it should be applied. You should have a broader perspective around it. Okay, that is something which is very important. So how to do the analysis, it becomes very important. And same goes here. You should know how to end to end implement this. Okay, सिर्फ HTML सीख लेने से you will not think yourself as a front end developer. How do you incorporate all these tools to make a really appealing website or the front end part of your web application? That is very important. Then you have UI UX developer, as I mentioned. Now these two itself comprises almost 60% of the jobs. Okay, almost 60% jobs these two itself comprises. ठीक है, 60% jobs इसके ही around है. उसके बाद बाकी आपके पास UI UX developer, where you have to learn about user research. So when you want to design something, when you want to create a feature for anyone, or want to create some application for anyone, right, where you are designing it. So what happens in industry, product managers, they design the app, and then developers, they code the app. Okay, so product managers, they design the app, they have a designing of key where what should go, and then developers, they code the app, and then analyst, they bring the, or they increase the business through the app, increase the business through the app. Okay, it might not be clear, but just understand this. Product managers, they design the app, developers, they code it, and analysts, they then further do the analysis that how business can brought up here, what all things can be optimized to increase the business over the years. That's what the role of analyst is, and that is how it works in any company, right? I'm talking about the tech side of it. Now here you have UI UX developer. So user research you have to do if you want to design किसके लिए आप कर रहे हो. If your user is a teenager, so your design of your application of your website will be different compared to somebody who who is in, let's say, 25 to 35 years old. So there your whole kind of design of app, design of website will be different. Then comes wireframing. So there is something called as simple pages is created. Okay, simple pages are created here, where it is saying here add to cart ka button will be there. This is going to be the logo. This is what is going to be text here. So all those things wireframing is done. Then simple prototype is created. Then agile methodologies, design documents. So all these things are related to UI UX developer and product managers. Then you have mobile app developer. So Java, Kotlin, Swift, React Native. Now you have Flutter as well. Now you have Flutter as well. Now point here is mobile app developer. Not all the companies they are looking for applications, right? A lot of companies, almost all the companies, they have website, but not everybody will have the application present, right? So that is why the mobile app developer, if they want any app developer, they search for some experienced folks. You will always see that for app developers, specifically mobile app developer, very few roles are there for freshers, right? You will see most of them will require 2 to 3 years of experience to get in, because there are not all the companies they are going to be mobile first. We have a lot of companies like Zomato, Swiggy. These are the famous ones who have a mobile first approach, right? If they hire, they would not like to hire any fresher. They would like to hire kind of like a some experienced folks. But if they want to hire, let's say, front end developer, they want to hire data analysts, they might look for freshers as well. And we have seen it. Amazon, they hire from us for front end developer, for data scientist. They hire from us as a for fresher level role. But they don't hire the app developer. They also have the app, but they don't hire app developers for the fresher role. Okay, so that's what the trend which we have seen. Cloud engineer, again, very few roles for the fresher role. These are only considered. In fact, if you want to get into mobile app developer, you should have a CS background as a fresher. Okay, to be very honest, CS background as a fresher. Cloud engineer, you should have a CS background as a fresher. Then only you will be getting into. And if you don't have CS background initially, then you have to gain the experience as a front end developer or some analyst role. Then you can think about here, I want to get into this field with some technical understanding. Otherwise, it will always be preferred that if I want to hire a fresher, I need specifically CS background guys. And here you should know about cyber security as your college or whatever your degree is. It should be something around IT, cyber security. Then as a fresher you will be hired, right? But here in three cases, in above three cases, in mostly it is open to all the domains which we have seen, right? We have seen like bachelors in or commerce background. We have seen dentist getting placed. We have seen career gap people also getting placed, because in here there are a lot of opportunities, and that's why they are focused on the skills. Specifically in these two, they are focused on skills. That skill, if you have the right skill, you can get the job. But as you go down, since there are not so many requirements, they are very specific to CS background or the next leap out of it, right? So that is what the next leap out of it, right? Correct. So now, going to the next part, here. Now, journey towards the future roles. So, journey towards the future roles, how it's going to be. Because this is what, as a fresher, you are going to join. Now, make this very clear in your mind right now what I'm talking about. What I am saying here is, as a fresher, you need a some starting point. You will not be front end developer for your lifetime. You will not be just a junior data scientist for your lifetime or analyst for the lifetime, right? You need a direction. You need a direction in which direction you should get into, what is going to be your future, right? So that's what something you have to look into. Now, in the future roles, right? Whatever I have discussed when I started it, right? Emerging tech, how you can be part of it. That is going to happen once you have some starting point there. Because there, either you should have very specialized degree you have worked on, or you will climb a ladder of experience to become an IoT engineer, robotics engineer. You will climb a ladder, right, with gaining relevant experience throughout your journey. So here, what is going to be your journey towards role in future? It is divided into two parts. One is diversified career, and another is specialized career. So when I say diversified career, so here it's not much of a requirement that you should have a lot of technical understanding to be added. Okay, over the time with experience in your company, plus doing the certifications and all these, you can get into the role of ML engineer, AI engineer, full stack developer, and technical product manager. This can be your natural progression from here. Let's say you join as a analyst, and now you have the interest to get into the management side of it. You have business understanding, you love that field. You have now got the basics of UI UX, you have the analytics understanding. You will be very good fit with technical product manager, right, where you will designing stuff from looking at all the angles, how tech will work out, if my analytics team, how they are going to benefit it. So everything you will incorporate, and you will can become a really good technical product manager. And that is how all the product managers are now coming up, right? From analyst role they started, and then after that they got into the product management role after the business understanding and UI UX adding up all those experience on top. Now, as a front end developer, you will start it, but it's not limited to only front end, front end development. You will get yourself towards the now full stack development. So here, front end in itself is just a starting point. That's why companies also they tend to hire freshers, because they know that after some time either you will make yourself acquainted with backend systems, cloud system design, and then you will switch to become a full stack developer, right? With the knowledge of backend development. When I'm saying front end and backend, I let me make this clear. So front end and backend, what do you mean by this? So front end is what you see, right? What you see on website. So any website, what is visible to you, that is your front end development, right? All the images, text, all the designs, whatever you see is being coded by front end developers. Backend developer is backend developers are they manage the data, right? What you don't see, they manage the data. Now, when you do the sign up, when you post when you post something on Instagram, when you like a post, when you comment on a post, that is getting stored somewhere. कहीं तो जाके वो सेव किया हुआ होगा ना, तभी वो दिख रहा है. अदरवाइज वो हवा में तो होगा नहीं. तो उस पे बैकएंड इंजीनियर काम कर रहे होते हैं कि उस डेटा को कहाँ पे सेव करना है, उसको कैसे ऑर्गेनाइज करके रखना है. दैट्स द वर्क ऑफ बैकएंड. नाउ वंस यू हैव बोथ द अंडरस्टैंडिंग, you become a full stack developer, right? So you should know system design, how this whole infrastructure of data and your cloud system should be put up. Then you should have a cloud system understanding, because now all the companies they are using some cloud, at least Google ka, Azure or AWS, some cloud they are using right now, right? So you will get yourself acquainted with that. After that, you have the journey to become AI engineer. So with some data science domain, right, knowledge, experience. Then after that, you get yourself into the deep learning side of it. You will get into "Okay, now I want to make my life's purpose that I will become deep learning expert in NLP, managing the how I managed or engage with NLP which is my natural language processing, your text analysis, right? So you will make your career as ki, I will become expert in text analysis, or you will think about I will become expert in image and video analysis, or you will become expert in sound analysis. So something or the other you will choose as an specialization, and you will become AI engineer for that. Highly paid, highly kind of specialized, but it is something which will come to your in your journey, right? You don't have to do much with your time itself, and with some understanding on top of it throughout your career itself, while working in company, doing basic of your certification and all the things with what you will be learning. If you join it, you can become this the entry point. After that, it becomes easy to get into these roles. Then you have ML engineers. You should know ML ops, cloud. So all these understanding on top of your data science domain is going to be part of ML engineer. So ML engineer, they make the data science or machine learning algorithm available for millions of users. Okay, so ML engineers, so I have worked as ML engineer. So my role was to ensure that whatever algorithm is something which team has developed, or I was also part of it, so that should be available for millions of users to use. So when you can understand that, when you go to Amazon, right? Just give an example of Amazon. When you go to Amazon, there is a recommendation system. You are based on your personality, based on your behavior, what product should be shown to you, what t-shirt should be shown to you, what mobile phone should be shown to you. There is a recommendation system, there is a personalized recommendation system. There is some logic which is created by data science team, and then ML engineer, they collaborate with data science team to ensure that that particular recommendation system is working for millions of user in parallel. Everything is running smoothly, there is no lag, your website is not crashing. So that's what the work of ML engineer is. AI engineers, they go deeper into like developing the chat GPT algorithm, right? So chat GPT ka algorithm, lot of AI engineers, they must have put their mind at how this whole thing should be designed, right? Deep learning they get into, but ML engineer, they don't have to know about deep learning. They should have the good understanding of cloud, ML ops, and all those things. These are the diversified careers kind of, where you have where you can go from one to another anytime. If you have, let's say, front end development experience, you can get into ML engineering by getting the understanding of data science on top of it. It will be considered as an experience for you. Matlab, if you have the experience of, let's say, front end development, you can learn machine learning, you can learn the cloud system, and you can become ML engineer, because front end development ka experience will count as a your tech experience later, right? If you get the interest on okay, you got the job right now, you have started with front end engineer, now you want to focus on kind of system design and cloud system itself, and I want to focus myself on full stack development. That can also be your journey. So point here is, all of these four, mostly it's kind of like, if you have some experience in tech, if you have started with, let's say, front end development, which is maximum in case. Second is analytics type of roles, marketing analyst, product analyst, business analyst, Power BI developer, SQL developer. So all these roles which you see, those are the fresher initial roles. If you started from there, then these roles, these top four roles, any role you can tune yourself to reach there in the future, right? And when you ask me that, okay, what is the scope here, or what is going to be in the future, now all these roles are going to be present and going to be important in the future as well, because any product, any company will not run without product manager, without your developer, without your AI engineer, ML engineer, because in the future, AI, ML, your coding part of it, somebody who understand this as a product manager, not maybe hands-on with coding, all of these four will be required. Even if it's never going to be like in future only AI engineers are going to be there. No, AI engineer is going to, let's say, work on the product, but you need to design the product, right? You need to do the analysis of the product, how that is performing. You need somebody to code that product as well. So that AI engineers can't do. AI engineers will look into the algorithm side of it. They will do the research on the algorithm. That's their job. They are not going to sit around and code it. Coding part, how it will be available for the users, that is something will be done by full stack developer like chat gpt ka jo wo application hai, that is not developed by AI engineer. The algorithm which is taking some input and giving some output, that is developed by AI engineer. ठीक है? बाकी जो वो platform है, that is developed by full stack developer only. So you would need all four to finally execute any product and bring that in the market. Now, these are the diversified career. These are broad, easy to transition, and it has a medium growth, medium to high growth, but these had a medium growth because here you have lot of people, whoever is right now in tech, they look for either of these four categories, right? Either of these four categories they strive to get into, right? Either through a product manager side, mein, a full stack developer, AI engineer, or ML engineer. But then you have other side as specialized career, right? Other side as specialized career, niche, difficult to crack, but high paying, which is your IoT engineer. So once you have some development experience, you try to get into Arduino, Raspberry Pi, and there are other different things which you can get you the experience about the hardware side of it, how your software plus hardware works in conundrum, how these two works in collaboration. So that is something which you have to understand. Then you become IoT engineer. You need to then take these specialized courses, specialized kind of degree, I would say, some certification which will help you get here, right? You need some kind of development experience as well to overall get into this. These are the niche kind of thing. Same goes with blockchain developer. You need some development experience of JavaScript and all those. Then Ethereum, Hyperledger, smart contract development, apps, decentralized apps. So you have to learn how to do this. Then you can become a blockchain developer. Same goes with game developer or AI, AR, VR, you can say. So game developer, I'm saying AR, VR developer also, I will include it here itself. So development experience, you should have Unity, Unreal Engine, Blender, Maya, Python, C++. All these are used at a various stage to finally execute it. So here you need to learn about Unity, Unreal Engine, Blender. These are some things which will be required to fulfill your job, right? So these are called as, that's why these are called as niche, because on top of your development, you would need the knowledge of softwares as well. And then after that, you have the lastly as a robotics engineer. You just cannot become a robotics engineer by writing a simple code. You need a fair understanding of development experience. Then you should have a fair understanding of IoT. Then you should have good understanding of MLAI. So all these things overall combined, you will get into the robotics engineer. Now, what here I am talking about all here 8 different things. This I have seen people getting confused कि I want to become AI engineer एकदम college में ही. ठीक है, that's a good thing to think about. That should be your aim to for the future. But where do you want to start? Where do you want to start? How do you want to start it up? That you should be very clear, because entry point is very important. How do you want to make an entry? And these can be your entry point into all these things. Kind of either you choose front end development, data analyst, UI UX, mobile app developer. So if you have CS background, you can think about these things. So overall, these can be your overall, I would say 6 can be your entry level into getting into the tech career. Now there are others as well, testing role here, there are other things. I have not included those because those are in tech side of it, but still that is not considered to be an experience in tech. ठीक है? Because टेस्टिंग रोल को कोडर जैसे नहीं कंसिडर करते हैं, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, राइट? सो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ रोल विच यू कैन टेक अप इन if you want to be in that role, but that there is no growth, there is no skill transferability. If you have front end development understanding, you can easily become full stack developer. If you have full stack understanding, then you can think about becoming a, you know, becoming blockchain developer or IoT engineer, learning something on top of it. So it can be a good sequence in that particular term. But after testing, it's something which gives you totally different experience where it will not be considered as a front end development or back end development or whatever it is, right? So this is what you can see overall in your career, in your journey, how you are going to take it up. So what I have mentioned here, as a fresher, how do you start it? And as a future, how do you plan out your route, right? So it's always going to be in two different parts: your starting point, first job, and then after that, how your journey is going to be with the relevant experience getting added, and finally reaching to a certain level where you are ML engineer or full stack developer or blockchain developer. or robotics engineer, whatever be the overall situation would be. Now, the lastly, which what I'm going to talk about is what will set you apart from crowd. As a fresher, I'm talking about here. As a fresher, what will set you apart? Just I want to mention this as a fresher, since this particular session is an initiative from AlmaBetter, that all of you guys, uh, whoever is joining to me, who has joined the Airmate, who has joined from other platforms, so all of you should have this understanding here what will set you apart, what you should do from now onwards. So first thing would be that portfolio, right? The portfolio should be right, 4 to 5 end-to-end projects to enhance it, whatever starting point you take up. Let's say you take up the starting point as data analyst, you take up the starting point as front-end development or the development web development side of it. So here you have to work on the portfolio. I told you when I told you in brief that just learning the tech, just saying that I have learned the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, it is not going to help you out. Just learning Python, SQL, and Tableau, Power BI, which we cover in our curriculum, that is not going to be clear. Just that is not going to be enough. The projects which we conduct, the portfolios will become more and more enriched once you work on 4 to 5 end-to-end project, right? That will give you enough understanding how things are implemented, plus that will put up the star on your resume, right? So that will put up the star in your resume. So when I'm saying here portfolio, here you have projects which you're going to put up, and plus resume, GitHub, LinkedIn, all those things will come in picture. So portfolio is one side of it is project, and then how do you present it on resume, and then your GitHub, or how do you share it on LinkedIn. So these are different topics to discuss altogether, but this is what you have to talk on, right? So first thing is 4 to 5 end-to-end projects you're going to work on. Then communication skills, guys, right? This is very kind of underrated in terms of people think that okay, I know the technical things, and why I'm not getting hired, right? Why kind of getting rejected in interview. So this specifically what we have realized, that no matter how your technique good, how good you are with technical skill, right, there is a certain threshold you have to be above that. But beyond that threshold, the communication skill, written, verbal, interpersonal skill, that becomes super super important to work on, right? Like what we have implemented in our curriculum, business communication is something which comes in AlmaX, right? 2 months you go through almost rigorous daily one-on-one group session to ensure that you are able to express yourself, right? Because if you have done some analysis as an analyst, if you have worked on some project, if you are not able to explain that, right, if you are not able to talk to people, it is going to give you a big setback. It will hamper your confidence. It will ensure कि आपका जो है जो भी career progression है, that also it will hamper, right? And these are very simple things to work on, right? It's not something which everybody learns from the child. Like, it's not something which you have to be naturally talented. No, this is something which you actually get better with practice, right? So good written and verbal communication, find a partner to practice communication. So when you are in business communication in AlmaBetter, just give an example from our end what all efforts we put, right? So here students, they find a partner, they discuss with them, they kind of talk to them during the session, after the session. Then we tell them to use a Loom software is there. You can record yourself and then analyze, hear yourself, how you are talking about it, introduce yourself, practice weekly writing 10 to 15 minutes daily. So this is just a broader aspects I have mentioned. To get better at it, there are a lot of nuances. At which level you are you good with English grammar? So from there, it should start understanding the sentence structure. Then you read. You have to read a lot. If you read, then in that case you will become better. So read, and initially read aloud, right? Read loudly. Try to read loudly. You don't have to चीखना नहीं है, ठीक है? You don't have to shout. You have to loudly read, ठीक है? Like I am talking right now, like this you have to read. Now once you have read it, then write the summarization of that particular book, not just back book, whatever you have read, let's say today. If you have read only 2 pages, write the summary of it of, let's say, 5 to 10 lines, man. And then try to remember those lines and speak multiple times. Only this is something which will take you even further by improving in 50 to 60% from here. ठीक है, जस्ट इतना ही करना, कुछ एक बुक पकड़ना है, ठीक है, इंग्लिश का बुक पकड़ना है, उसको लाउडली रीड करना है, 1 पेज और 2 पेज, देन उसका समरी लिखना है. After you are done with the summary, then you are going to again remember those summary, and then you will try to record yourself speaking about those lines. ठीक है, सिर्फ इतना कर लोगे ना, you will get yourself, see yourself getting better and better. ठीक है, it's just a very simple trick which we tell to our students when they are in communication phase. Then presence on LinkedIn, right? So all of you guys, I would suggest, I would consider that आप लोग के पास होगा. But if you don't have the LinkedIn account, please go and today itself build your profile. Put whatever you have done, right? But put uh, सो आपका जो भी एजुकेशन है, जो भी अभी तक आपने प्रोजेक्ट किया हुआ है, वट एवर यू हैव डन, ऑनेस्टली जस्ट गो देयर एंड पुट इट. ठीक है, with time, with more projects you will be working in, the side which you choose, the portfolios which you are going to create by working on end-to-end projects, so all those things you will keep on adding on LinkedIn. Now LinkedIn has become now one place for the professionals to connect, right? All the working professionals, almost everyone is there active on LinkedIn. If you have a good LinkedIn profile, right? If you have a good LinkedIn profile, if you share some content by using chat GPT and all, at least if you share something, uh, you will see later, you will see later that your profile is taken seriously, right? People will connect with you when you share the request. And if you have lot of people in your connection request, your chance of referral goes up. You can ask for referral कि यार मेरे को refer कर दो for this company, if somebody from that company is added to your account. So that's why I'm saying, what will set you apart from crowd? People might think about this, but generally they tend to ignore this part. इसके importance और इसके power को people are ignoring. And I have seen this, they do create even LinkedIn पे profile, but they are not active there, right? Share your learnings on LinkedIn weekly, what you have learned. Use ChatGPT to create the post. You don't have to think a lot, but use ChatGPT to create a post. Network and network there. Send at least, create your profile with 100, 500 to 1000 connections. That should be your aim. Okay, at least in next 3 4 months. Not going to happen in one day. It's going to take 5 to 6 months. But in 5 to 6 months, ensure कि आपके पास 1000 1500 connections हैं. You send the connection to relevant people, all the data scientists from different companies. You will see your profile ka overall trust level going up, right? If any recruiter or any person whom you have asked about referral, looking at your LinkedIn, definitely will get impressed if you have good number of connections, if you have post something, if you have written some content there. So definitely that is going to be a plus factor for you. And then you have the uses of Gen AI, राइट? यूटिलाइज चैट जीपीटी, जेन एआई, परप्लेक्सिटी, कुछ भी एक यूज करो आप. चैट जीपीटी कर लो, जेमिनाई कर लो, परप्लेक्सिटी कर लो, टू डेली लर्निंग एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ठीक है, फॉर डेली लर्निंग एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए, लिखने के लिए, ईमेल लिखने के लिए, कुछ भी आपका दिख रहा है, कुछ भी, अगर पाइथन सीखना है तो वहां पे पाइथन का अगर कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो उसको समझने के लिए स्टार्ट यूटिलाइजिंग दी जेनी, राइट? बेसिक prompt engineering, just go through that. You will have lot of free lessons. In fact, we conduct lot of these kind of sessions where we talk about the basic prompt engineering which you should be using as a learner to enhance your learning. And then smart use of Gen AI tools. There are other tools as well. Perplexity hai. So if you want to use Gemini, if you want to use Chat GPT, Mid Journey, so there are multiple different platforms which you can use. How do you smartly use that to enhance your work, enhance the quality of your work, right? So overall, what we have discussed until now, I'll give you a quick brief, and then we will come back to our Q&A and ensure that all of you guys have the clear understanding after the session. The first thing which we discussed was the emerging tech which we have right now all around us, right? And what we foresee in the future. So AI, IoT, AR, VR, robotics, blockchain, quantum computing, these things are going to be the core of tech in the future. Now, this is something right now going on in the industry. Now, as a fresher, you have a job opportunities in market. Of course, as a tech person, as having these skills in tech, you will have the opportunities in the market as a fresher. So for freshers, coding focused and analysis focused, you have almost 40%, 40% rules. Okay. Now 10% is for design focus. So either of these three you have to place yourself in which side you want to get into. Are you looking for coding focus side of it, or are you looking for analysis focus side of it, or design में आपको interest है, ठीक है? But for design, since the roles or opportunities are very less, they tend to hire MBA or design background is preferred. If you are having some MBA background or design background is there, then you can think about this particular side of it, right? But if you are right now not from MBA or not from design background, if you are engineering, non-engineering, commerce, or even you are from, let's say, CS background as well, then these two something which you have to think about. I'm not saying that all CS should go to this coding focused. No, it's not required. CS background, they can go to analysis as well. Here also you have ample coding, but then on top of it you have other stuff as well going on, right? So either of three you have to see yourself getting fitting into, right? Then I am here talking about coding focused, analysis focused, and design focused. Overall, for all the roles as a fresher, what all different techs or what all different skills which you require. So front end development and data analyst role. For these two itself, 60% of jobs are covered. For rest, it is 40%. So for front end development, you have Modern Stack, you have Bootstrap, React, Git version control, HTML, CSS. These things we cover it up. Then you have data analyst and data scientist role. So kind of we have six modules for this where we have designed meticulously that SQL, so first Python, then you have pandas, you have NumPy, then you have beautiful soup for data scraping. So all these are important for your data analyst role and data scientist role. Then you have SQL as a relational databases. Then you have data visualization tools, Excel, Tableau, Power BI. But not just tools. How do you do the analysis? Where do you start it? What is the overall framework for the analysis in the industry? That is something which you should know. Then you have machine learning statistics to be part of it. Same goes with UI UX developer, relevant to UI UX, app developer में Java, Kotlin, Flutter, React Native, these things you should know. A cloud engineer, you should have a good understanding of either of three. You should not know all three, either of three. If you know AWS or Azure or GCP and DevOps around this, you can become a cloud engineer. But then the restriction is for mobile app developer and cloud engineer. Generally, we have seen CS background guys to be preferred as a fresher. So if you have CS background, then only think in this particular side of it, which is mobile app and cloud engineer. And then at the end, security engineer, it's something which is open for the fresher, but for the cyber security guys or IT domain situation. Okay. Then we discussed about the journey towards roles in future, right? So after you have started off, right, any role which you take it up as per your right fit, any role which you take it up, then after that you have a journey towards role in future. So if you have taken up analyst role or data science role, then ML engineer, AI engineer can be your side, and as an analyst you can take up technical product manager as well. So these three can be from the data science side of it. For front end, back end, if you have chosen front end side, then full stack development is going to be your future. Then after that, if you want to get into the specialized side where you are very interested towards hardware integration, you are very interested towards blockchain, you are very interested towards the game development, AR, VR, you are interested towards robotics, then only you will go to these niche career, further upskill yourself, because just knowing the, let's say, front end back end will not help you out. Just knowing the MLOps cloud will not help you out. You need further things on top of it here overall to actually get into these fields. That's why these are called as specialized careers. So this is going to be your future step. What is going to be your aim? And what will set you apart? There are four things which we have seen which will make you better. Out of all four, if I have to give emphasis on the first thing which I will tell you guys, that in India, 99% of students are not confident about the communication. Okay, this I would always give as the first priority. Okay, then your portfolio should be the second priority. Your presence on LinkedIn should be in third, and Gen AI is fourth. Just I'm giving a priority here. Of course, all four you have to do. Then only you will see yourself, coming out of the crowd and people are recognizing you. So here, the communication being the first one, either written or verbal, you have to have a good communication skill. Then only when you go to the interview, even if you have good technical skill, if you are not able to explain and talk about it, then you will always feel underconfident and there are 10 other people who can maybe take your place. So always first priority is communication. So from now onwards, if you have not thought about it, give some time on a daily basis for doing this. Then of course, once you get these skills, whatever structured learning you go through, like we have a structured learning overall from end to end, you can go and explore if you want, right? And team from our end also, they are going to help you out with the next part for 10-15 minutes. They will be taking you through the website of it if you are interested, but we take it up at a very structured manner, incorporating all these to ensure that Alma Better student, they are standing apart from the crowd. And as well as there is a repetition with our hiring partners. Now we have almost 1200K around in like 3-4 days itself. We have reached around 1900 something के around जो है, we have got the hiring partners now, right? One, so here 1900 नहीं है, 1100 के around, I guess 1100 something we have got the in the just 2 weeks back we got this number, right? So these many companies are trusting on us, right? These many companies are trusting on us, on the quality of students we are sending. On the website, when you go and see, right, on the website, if you go and see, just I'm showing you here all the success stories, all the students who are working in different companies, right, in Tata Steel, in different companies here, which you see. At the end of it, these companies, they trust on Alma Better, that students who are here joining their company, they have gone through a very structured learning. Okay, so here, what I was saying here, that success stories which you see on the website itself, these are these students who are actually who are the flag bearers of Alma Better. When they join the company, they hold the reputation of Alma Better, because these guys, if they are not skilled enough and if they go and don't perform well there, then in that case it comes down to Alma Better, क्या Alma Better के student अच्छे नहीं हुए, ठीक है? तो ये चीज इंश्योर करने के लिए we will put the effort, you will put the effort to acquire those skills. We will ensure that everything is structured and industry relevant, and at the end of it, when in interview, when in company, when you go there, you represent Alma Better as the student. That's what our thought process is, and that is why all these things we have figured out to be included in our curriculum. I have put very summarized manner of version of everything, but at the end of it, you should know how you are going to stand apart from the crowd. Then only you will get placed, and then you will get a good salary overall, or good head start overall. Okay, so this is what the whole session was, where I wanted to give you an idea around what is going in the world. I hope you guys have found it interesting. Can you guys give a quick thumbs up if you guys have understood the concepts, if you have understood the journey which you are going to take, right? You have an emoji option. You can use that to give a quick thumbs up, right? Now I will be taking the Q&As which you guys have put. I will be taking up the questions. Feel free to put up the question in the Q&A. I will be taking up the Q&A in next 5 to 10 minutes, and then after that team will take it over and you will have a good understanding of what we have as a program, and then decide it by yourself, just evaluate it. All of those decisions will be on you. All right, so here you have asked by Bhavna first. Everyone saying front end development has less future than AI/ML. Then what should we do? Everyone is doing front end development courses. देखिए, I'll tell you one thing. It's not about front end development having the less future than AI, right? It's about the starting point, as I mentioned. Even if you do front end development now, right? if you have interest in coding side of it, you can become a full stack developer, you can become a cloud engineer, you can become a IoT engineer. All those things will open up for you in the future, right? It's just a starting point, right? Now at the end of it, if you are not specific about, if you are not specific about, here I want to get into coding or analysis, if you don't know what it is, then you should go with analysis. If you are not having that love towards coding side, right, then you should choose data science. Otherwise, if you are very sure that I have some background, I have some interest in coding, I want to get into web application side of it, web development side of it, then choose front end development. Okay, if you have interest, then only choose front end. If you don't know where to start, then data science is going to be right, because it has the balanced approach of everything. You have the coding but not that much, you have the business understanding but not at a level of MBA, you have the statistics but not the PhD level of mathematics. So it has a balanced approach to things, and a lot of logical thinking is there, right? So it will give you a good start, head start overall. Okay, but if you are sure that I love coding, I want to get into this, I have some idea about it, then choose front end development. This will also give you a good career growth in the future. And I mentioned this, right, that when I'm saying that, it's when you have heard from anybody else, right, lot of people, they put lot of different things, but at the end of it, right, at the end of it, just think about it. Even if there is an AI, ML, and all those things come in picture, these roles are not going to go away. I have mentioned it's going to be intelligent automation. For the automation, you need developers, you need front end developers, you need full stack developers, you need cloud engineers, and you need, for the intelligence part, you need data scientists, you need AI developers, ML engineers as well. So all of these roles combined will progress the tech. ठीक है, एक रोल से नहीं होगा. AI is the future, सही बात है, but at the end of it, to make it available for so many people to implement this, you need developers. So that's how it is going to be. ठीक है, so at the end of it, फ्यूचर सब कुछ का है, इंटरेस्ट को देखिए. इफ यू हैव स्पेसिफिक इंटरेस्ट टू फ्रंट एंड, डोंट थिंक ट्वाइस टू यू नो थिंक यार नहीं मेरे को नहीं करना है. If you don't know your interest, if you're not very sure about front end development, then you can choose data science to be a full, I would say, foolproof or safe option to take it forward. Okay, if you're totally blank right now, data science might be a good option to start your career. uh, Junaid is asking, is it possible for fresher to secure 10 lakh in returns? देखिए, नहीं, it's not going to happen. Okay, I will be very honest with you. It's not going to happen. 10 lakh to secure as a fresher, it's very difficult. Okay, in fact, it is something impossible to get. 10 lakhs नहीं हो सकता है until unless you have some experience. अब 10 lakhs कब होगा? When I'm saying fresher, if you are right in college or right after college, don't have any experience, then 10 lakhs is not at all possible. ठीक है, in fact, joining Microsoft, Google, Amazon you can join. Amazon is our hiring partner, but Microsoft, Google, ये अभी तक तो अभी are reaching them out, but fresher उन लोगों ने भी hire करना start नहीं किया. ठीक है, for data analysis roles. So here, for 10 lakh, if you are aiming for this, then in that case, you should have some background. Either you are from CS background, right? Uh, and from good college. Then you might get from a after college as well. From good college, matlab tier 1 college kind of, right? But if I exclude the college ka side, if I add up now, not considering the college, some experience you have got. You have worked as a technical developer or some technical IT side where you have worked on that. Then, if you have got some experience in tech side of it, then if you want to get into data science, then you might get 10 lakhs. Okay, so that also matters. If you have some experience, then 10 lakhs might be possible. But net, forget about 10 lakhs. It's going to be somewhere around. So what we have seen on an average for our students, it is somewhere between 6 to 8 lakhs. Okay, 6 to 8 lakhs being the minimum, 8 lakhs being the maximum, and 5 to 6 lakhs tak jo hai aapka on an average hota hai. That's a good head start to start your career with, because 10 lakhs is not something which you should be aiming for, and being realistic, it's not something which you can get as well. हाँ, आपको अगर कंपनी ज्वाइन करना है, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, गूगल, अमेज़न इज़ आवर हायरिंग पार्टनर, दैट इज़ अ डिफरेंट थिंग। बट माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, गूगल ये सब विद टाइम होता है। विद टाइम यू विल गेट दैट होल थिंग। Ayan is saying, sir, I am studying in 11th. What course best for me? Uh, okay. It's a tricky thing because see, what I will suggest here, Ayan, if you are in 11th right now, what you should be doing in the best thing would be that after 12th you decide with your college, right? That's one thing which I will suggest. What you can do is at least right now, if you want to start your career, maybe what is your interest, because right now in 11th it will be very difficult for you to tell me because you are currently blank slate, right now you are blank slate, and you are in 11th, you have a 12th coming in. What is your goal, what is your aim? So I will consider this, that maybe you will be preparing for the engineering colleges, for IIT you must be preparing, right? That's why you are here, you want to get into engineering side. Now, in engineering, one thing which I will suggest, that try to explore the front end development first. So I will suggest that AI ka aap kar sakte ho. You can get into analytics side, you can get into AI side. But initially, when you are in 11th and you want to explore, right, then front end development is something which you should explore. Why I am saying? Because initially, when you are in 11th, you have now lot of time to actually get a job. You will complete 11, 12, then you have 3 4 years of college. So all those journey of next 4 to 5 years, you will become really good coder, and you will start doing the freelancing as well. It's easy to get freelancing jobs in front end development, in the coding side of it, right? Then, after 1 or 2 years of doing this, then get into the AI side of it. Okay, then get into AI, then get into data science. So finally, जब आप 5 साल के बाद निकलोगे, you will have very good understanding. I'm really happy to see here, if you are really in 11th and you are so uh, right now so much exploring, it's going to be really helpful for you in the future. But I will suggest that start with the front end. Okay, start with the front end development, then start exploring about the coding tech side. That will give you a really good exposure about tech side of it. Then explore the data science and AI. So your front end plus AI will give you a very lethal combination of getting placed in after 4 to 5 years. Okay, after 4 to 5 years, these two combination, you will be ready for the world in terms of job. How many year count good experience? 1 to 2 years, Junaid. At least 1 year, but 2 years considered to be the good experience. That's how it is. Uh, Interns worked on live projects at any startup are considered more experienced than graduate students. Means while hiring does gives for importance to you or not. Okay, so if anybody has worked on interns, yes, internship is considered as experience, not as like 1 or 2 years of experience, but it is considered as the experience. ठीक है, it is considered as the experience. ठीक है, आपका जो है ये एक, अगर किसी के पास कोई भी इंटर्नशिप का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, right out of it, then in that case, you know you will see that you have a you know kind of edge over that person if you have got the internship experience. Now, one more thing which I would like to add. So, Junaid, one thing which I did not mention, right? So, in case of, जैसे यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि when you are joining as a fresher, right? So, I'm talking about, let's say, foundation track where you have 6 modules covered in. So, when you have this foundation track, then as a fresher, it's not something which you can get. But after completing these 6 modules, somewhere around 6 to 7 lakhs can be expected. Then, if master's degree, because we have a master's degree as well, so if master's degree is completed, because after your foundation, career track starts, you will be there in career. So that's what our program journey is, with which people right now from the team will take you through, from our admission counseling team. So then specialization track, industries track is there. You will complete 15 months of program, get a degree in masters in CS. Then after that, your 7 to 8 becomes 10, right? So that is one more side of it which you can explore if you really aim for 10 lakhs or something higher, right? It's going to be a journey. Initial first job cannot be your 10. First job will be 6 to 7 after your, let's say, foundation track. the journey which we have. And then after you have completed two more tracks, then it you might aim for a career switch, and then 10 lakhs is something, 10 12 lakhs is something which you can aim. All right. Course cost for data science with job assistance. Okay. I don't want BCA course. Okay. Sir, I have asked you. So what I'm doing? So what, sir? I have a art student. So what am I doing? Any uh, कंप्यूटर थिंग्स देखिए, अयान हियर, अगर आप आर्ट से हो, आपका पहले इंटरेस्ट एक्सप्लोर करो. इफ यू आर इन 11th, I would not give you very clear answer here that this is what you do, right? But to best of my knowledge, I told you, if you want, let's say, get into the art side, become historian, become something, that is not an issue. ठीक है, that is not an issue. आपको अगर कॉमर्स करना है, कॉमर्स करो. Maybe you don't need to do tech side में data science or AI or front end development. Whatever be your interest, choose that. Do best in that, right? That is always going to give you the result. Anybody who is aiming right now for data science or IT domain mein front end development, it's not going to be easy. You have to be best at it, right? You have to be best at it. So जो भी choose कीजिएगा, with time, just think कि आपको इसमें best करना है. If you think about computer science, if you think about the tech side of it, then think on front end and all other things to be there. Yes, 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 Junaid, that's what I am talking about. Correct. You have understood it correctly. All right, everyone. So I hope I was able to give you clear understanding around all the things, right? That's what my job was as a host. I wanted to give you a very good understanding of what is going to be the future and how you should be thinking about, right? Now, at the end of it, what I want to mention to all of you guys here, it's all about the day you decide, and then after that, don't think about that I will be mediocre in anything, right? Because at from the first day as a head instructor, I tell to each and every student that, guys, जिस दिन आपने ये डिसाइड कर लिया है कि मेरे को ये करना है, then don't aim for the mediocrity. If there is a session, if there is a topic, if there is a concept, there is a skill, go full hard on कि समझ में आएगा कैसे. ठीक है, तो mediocrity को छोड़ देना है whenever you decide on this, and you will see the result at the end. It's easier said than done, but with a structured learning and with a structured journey, you will definitely see the result at the end. That is all from my end, guys. I hope it was worth of your time, right? I hope it was worth of your time. Thank you so much. Now, Rijwan will be taking you guys through the programs which we have. You will get the overall understanding of everything, and please do go through it. If you decide on the right choice, that's what your whole decision would be. Okay, was my time, guys. Thank you so much. Take care, Rizwan. All over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was a very wonderful session, Mr. Alok ji. So there you have it, guys. Right. So Mr. Alok ji is, you know, learning from someone who's a IIT in itself, right? And plus, right, and he's got 8 years of experience and working in a company like, BlackRock. I hope you guys know about BlackRock, right? What kind of importance it holds. So thank you so much, Mr. Alokji, and I'll be taking over it and I'll be helping them to explain about data science in the rest of the course.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank
Over
you.
to you,
Thank you. Yes.
Rizwan. I'm going out of stage now.
Yes. All right. Sure. All right, guys. Let's get started. All right. It was a very wonderful session. We got to know a lot more things about, career, how to make career into IoTs, maybe in the robotics, and maybe in the data science or the web development, or a lot of things were discussed, right? So we need to choose which career is the best, and there you understood the prospect of jobs landing up to a particular field. But now it's time to understand how Alma Better is going to help you to achieve that particular goal. That is very important, all right? So now I'll be sharing the slides where you will be understanding about data science, right? Especially the data science and data analytics, right? Business analytics and analytics, product analytics, and rest of the things, right? Because our course is titled as full stack data science. You might have heard the full stack with the web development, but why full stack with data science? That means under the umbrella of data science, you can end up as a data engineer, data scientist, or a business analyst, data analyst, and rest of the position, right? So we cover all those aspects of it, right? So now we're going to begin. Just allow me 1 second. All right, let's get started. Right, there was a question. There was a person who was asking, "What is data science?" Right, there might be people they don't know anything about data science, right? So I would request you guys to go to Google and search out the most in-demand skills in the year 2024. On the search result, you will get data science and AI on the top. All right, but just to explore more about data science, I would tell you very simple URL. Go to datascience.com. Very simple URL. You will end up to a Oracle website, right? एक Oracle की website पे आप जाएंगे, and there you will read some of the articles, and it also explain about data science, all right? And when you click on data science, right, on that particular article, what it says, what is data science? Data science is nothing but the combination of applied statistics and data mining, all right? तो ये डेटा माइनिंग क्या है? सो इट्स हार्ड टू अंडरस्टैंड यार कि डेटा माइनिंग इज नथिंग. आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट डेटा माइनिंग, राइट? So data mining is something you have heard the name: coal mine, gold mine, diamond mine, rest of the mines, right? हम लोग वहां पर क्या करते हैं? एक कोल माइन में, एक आयरन माइन में क्या करते हैं? आयरन ढूंढते हैं, कोयला ढूंढते हैं. अभी हमको लिथियम मिला है हाल ही में कश्मीर में, राइट? So all these are mines. And for example, if there is a mine for iron, right, you go and collect some iron there in the mine, or that iron mine is in the form of what? It's in the form of unpure form, right? It's called hematite. आपने पढ़ा होगा अपनी क्लासेस में कि हेमेटाइट एक और होती है, उसको हम लोग प्योर करके उससे आयरन निकालते हैं, राइट? तो वो वहाँ पर माइनिंग प्रोसेस को करने के बाद, वहाँ से कलेक्ट करने के बाद एक इंडस्ट्री में लेके जाते हैं, जहाँ पर उसका प्रोसेस होता है, जहाँ पर उसका प्यूरिफिकेशन प्रोसेस होता है, right? And same thing is done with data mining. Now a data engineer collects the data from various other sources such as, warehouses, data warehouses, or maybe, internet facility where maybe you have an app, or from the website, from maybe from the social media, or maybe from the server or the cloud. So you collect all those data, but remember, all that data is in unstructured form. It is not structured, right? So we have to what? Clean the data. And who will clean the data? A data analyst. A data analyst will clean the data. Clear है यहाँ तक? Data analyst will do some process using Python, right? Maybe use of SQL, maybe numerical programming, where he does data wrangling. What is data wrangling? By using some of the data manipulation, right, using NumPy and rest of the libraries, right, we'll be cleaning the data by doing EDA. And the next process is EDA. What is EDA? Exploratory data analysis, right? तो इसमें, इस प्रोसेस में क्या होता है? We take out the meaningful data from that cleaned data. The data has been cleaned. Now we collect some insightful information, and that information is then presented to whom? It's presented to a stakeholders. And we do not present that data to stakeholders just like that, the numbers. We do that by representing into slides, into bar graphs, into pie charts, so that these people, these stakeholders, the decision makers, they make decisions on it. Now, if they want to put up some algorithm, some functions to that particular data, what they do? They appoint a data a data scientist and a machine learning engineer to put up some algorithm. Is it all clear to everyone? The job roles understood? Any questions? Any question, guys? If it is all okay to you guys, you can give me thumbs up, right? I need interaction, right? When I'm here, I need some interaction on the call, on this particular sessions, with the thumbs up, or maybe, maybe you can type in to the chat box. so that I understand. क्लियर है? ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स बिगिन विद द सेशन नाउ. ठीक है, आगे क्या करना है समझते हैं. अबाउट अल्मा बेटर, राइट? अल्मा बेटर is been working from last past 4 years. We have 5 co-founders. All of them are from IIT. 4 of them are from IIT Kharagpur. One of them is from IIT Delhi. We help the people to skill up, and even help them to get a job for sure with the job assurance portal that we have, that's called Alma X. And I'll be explaining each and everything in detail, right? So let's begin. Let's understand what is this? Why do we learn in a group? We learn in a group so that we come to know about the peer-to-peer learning, right? So you might end up asking question from the teacher, but you might also ask some help from your colleagues, right? They might help you explain in a different way so that you understand. So we have a group study here, right? Peer-to-peer learning, that is very important, right? So in the class, you have maybe 30 to 40 students in a batch. All right. So make sure we are making sure that we put a personal attention to every student whensoever they join. And I'll be showing a video where a teacher will be taking a class and reading, calling out the names so that their query is resolved 1:1. Clear? We do projects in a team, right? We assign the groups and tell the people to do a particular projects. Now, as Alok said, the projects are very important, right? So in initial days, company used to spend a lot of money on their employees by certifying them, because this is a very fast-paced industry. बहुत फास्ट पेस इंडस्ट्री है, कब क्या हो जाता है किसी कुछ नहीं पता. Before we used to have a waterfall system, and then we had agile system, and then now we have a DevOps. So no, industry keeps on changing. You never know what might happen maybe after 1 or 2 weeks. What will happen if Chat GPT 5 comes in, right? Chat GPT 5 आ जाएगा तो दुनिया में और चीज़ें बदल जाएंगी, right? और कंपटीशन आ जाएगा तो चीज़ें बहुत जल्दी बदल देगी. तो आई वॉन्ट टू आस्क वन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम एवरी वन. देखते हैं कौन मेरे को बता पाता है विदाउट डूइंग एनी गूगल सर्च. Let's see who is intelligent here. I hope everyone is, but I wanted to be very sure. Tell me which company surpassed in the valuation, beating Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, that is Google. Tell me which company surpassed in the valuation. Any answers? Come on, guys, in the chat box. No one? Okay, fine. I'll answer it. It is Nvidia. Why Nvidia? Why Nvidia has surpassed the valuation, even crossing Apple and Microsoft, Amazon, right? Closing more than $3 trillion in evaluation, because they have started investing in AI, right? They started to make AI chips, NPUs, right? They were the champions of making graphical processing unit (GPUs), the graphics card, for playing games and doing some graphical intensive programs such as drafting and designing. So they were pioneering into that sector, but now they are pioneering in AI, and just because of AI, they have crossed the valuation of their company. Now the CEO of Nvidia, what he said that coding is going to get obsolete. The thing is right now is AI, right? Artificial intelligence. And the thing is that the discussion is that when, how soon you will be entering into AI. The sooner you land up into AI, you will be the champion of the world, right? So how do we get make you job ready? By giving you the curriculum which is designed by AlmaBetter and curated by IIT Guwahati, right? With almost 700 plus hiring partners. As Alok mentioned, we have reached up to 1100 right now, even adding the company like Tata Steels, and we're in the talks with Adani Tech as well, right? So all those companies banners I'll be showing up, and you can also go and visit LinkedIn, where every day we post whosoever have got job from Alma Better, right? Yes, Vijay, I will be coming to that point very soon, but I wanted to be sure that all of you guys have filled up the form that I've shared. Is it all done by you? Give me thumbs up if everyone has filled up the form. You guys are not interacting either on chat or maybe emojis, right? That makes me that I feel little FOMO. So please elevate my FOMO factor here. Make sure that you respond, right? Okay, let's move ahead. Now we, as I said, how do we make you job ready? By giving you the industry relevant curriculum covering the topics from basic to advanced. Even if you have no knowledge about coding, you can enter into this domain by using the basic step, the BB steps, stepping up the ladder from the beginning, right? So we move from the baby steps to the steps to the mountain, top of the mountain, right? So we make sure that we have designed the curriculum in that way. We have more than 100 plus live classes, right? And you have the access of these classes lifetime, right? Even though even though you may end up as a data analyst, right? You might end up as a data analyst. Down the line you think that I want to upskill myself as a data scientist position, which is on the hierarchy level, up in the hierarchy level, right? So you might come back to our particular dashboard. You can come to a dashboard and get the access of maybe applied statistics more, or maybe machine learning more, so that you can end up as a data scientist. Or maybe you can choose our master degree program, which is a flagship program here at AlmaBetter, which gives you a larger perspective becoming as a data scientist, right? Now we have 20 capstone projects. As I said, on a precise we have 26 projects, right? And for the master degree program we have almost 25, and for the certification we have on precise 19 or to 20 projects, and 1,000 plus coding problems. And some of the coding problems are from the company like Amazon, Meta, Novartis, that I'll be showing when I show you the dashboard of AlmaBetter. Now you have questions. You will have tons of questions. I see there are people putting a lot of questions in this masterclass itself. But you will have tons of questions when you join the program. So who's going to help you out? So we have 1:1 mentorship session where you get a daily resolution 1:1. That means one subject matter expert will be there along with you, right? So that you can have the query resolved, right? And I'll be showing how to do that. Same on our dashboard. डेली रेजोल्यूशन हो गया, कैपस्टोन प्रोजेक्ट हो गया, लाइव क्लासेस हो गया, curriculum अच्छा हो गया. Now what is more important is the thing that you are here for the job, right? Everyone is for a job, right? So the thing is that even if you have the knowledge of the word, but if you are not able to represent your skills, the knowledge is worthless, right? So we make sure that we build the confidence in you by giving you the mock interview session, not 10, not 20, not 30, 50 mock interview sessions where you get the confidence level. If you, even if you want to go and find a job into, by yourself, even with the Microsoft or Google company like these, you will be skilled enough to crack all those interviews. We hand over a dedicated career coach who will be there with you all the time during the AlmaX career track. And what is AlmaX career track? That I will be explaining you when I show the dashboard, right? And remember, our job assurance is 100% with 700 hiring partners, precisely 1100 right now. We'll have to update everywhere. Clear hai yahan tak? Any questions? All right. How do we accomplish the learning activity? What are the things that we follow here? For the technical skills, we do have this thing. Even if you are from non-technical background, we make sure that we help you from the ground grassroots level.
right? By giving you the live lectures, and you do the experiments online, right? And the projects and assignments as a homework that you can understand as a layman term, you will be doing the projects and assignments. And then we have a group discussion where we do some brainstorming. We check who is the one who is able to think out of the box. That is the that is the group discussion we do have here at AlmaBetter. And for the motivation and the industry exposure, this is very important. Even if you are into engineering, by the third year that you reach your engineering, you have this, the project that you have to do, a kind of a short internship model kind of thing that you need to go have industry exposure. So we make sure that you get the same experience here at Alma Better. We do 1:1 mentorship. And with whom we do have this mentorship? Now, if you tell me, if you go to, if you walk into any Tata subsidiary companies such as maybe Tata Motors, Tata Power, or Tata Steels, or any, will you be able to meet Mr. Ratan Tata Sarji? No, right? You won't be able to meet him because he's on the level that you cannot reach, right? So now here at Alma Better, what makes us a different company if you compare it from others, that we have 1:1 mentorship sessions with the people of CXO level, right? People with 25 years of experience. So those people will be helping you out. We have a guest lectures from IIT Guwahati if you choose our iconic program. I'll be explaining about the program in a moment. And we have a community participations so that you can put up your, you know skills. Maybe you are singer, maybe you are some fun activities or co-color activities which make you engage into both the words entertainment and study together, right? Now, what is mandatory for Alma X? So, Alma X is a job guarantee portal. That is a career track. That for that there are the things that you need to clear up. Right. First is to complete the foundation track. Along with that, you need to complete the capstone project. At least 5 to 6 out of 25. Right. And then you have a competency challenges that go along with your journey while learning. Plus we have another thing that's called AB-CAT test that also you'll have to make sure that I'll be explaining when explain you about the dashboard, right? Moving along moving along now, we have these companies. You can see, you can read out the names. We have helped the people to get employment in Amazon and Uber, Target, Grow, Accenture, Tech Mahindra, KPMG, JP Morgan, right? So we have this combination of, the product-based companies. Most of them are product-based. Some of them are from service-based. Some of them may be a startup. Some of them will be a high valuable company, right? Such as Amazon, right? So all those sectors that we have got, so 1100 companies as all of mentioned, is something that you can expect here, right? CoinDCX, HSBC, WazirX, Cognizant, right? SDFC Bank, IT Madras, Kmart, Paisa Bazaar, and so on. Now, for the salary part, right? How much salary you can expect? All right. As Alok mentioned, there was a question by Junaid. He was asking, can a fresher can expect around 10 LPA? So he was very true, and he said that you cannot expect a 10 LPA in the beginning, right? Not possible at all, right? So why don't you guys have to put up? You don't have to put up so much strain. So you can start up as a journey as a fresher in between 8 to 9 LPA or 7 to 8 LPA, right? You can see the bar graph. That's the record that I've shown you guys, right? So you can have a look over this. 37% people have got around 8 to 9 LPA, and 7 to 8 LPA around 29%. And there are only 3% got 10 LPA, right? Clear, Yadav? Now, mentors. It is very necessary to understand हम किससे पढ़ रहे हैं, right? As you said that, as you have seen, Mr. Alok, someone holding so much ample experience as a data scientist, as a IITN, worked in a company called BlackRock or Amex. You can get an idea. Learning from these people will give you the right perspective. See, there's a difference between learning from a regular professor. Professor might be the person who knows even the page number of a particular question, or maybe the topic. He might tell you the page number, it is there, right? Because he's got a lot of experience into that particular book that he's teaching you all guys. But the industry leaders, the mentors, the instructors working as working professionals will have an idea which thing to target. For example, maybe a particular project that we might work, and Google, for example, there are companies they work on Jupyter notebooks. There are companies they work on VS, Visual Studio. But in Google, they work on Google Colab as an IDE for the Python. So they tell you what is running in their industry, what is the thing that you need to target, what is the technology that is upcoming, what technology is going to get obsolete, so we do not have to waste our time learning those technology. We might learn some basic things about that particular technology, but we'll have to prepare for something which is upcoming, right? So that is something what is being iterated by these industry leaders, right? So you can read out the name. Rachit hai, right? Shayan hai, they're from Walmart, BCG. We have Ekta from Accenture, right? We have Neeraj from Microsoft. Mr. Dave is from Apple, right? So all these people all around from the Mang and Fan companies, right? Now, success stories. So there would be people, they would be having questions. I'm a fresher. What can I do? Can I get a job? You can look for yourself. Everything is very transparent at Alma Better, right? हमने हर चीज़ रखी है. यहाँ हम किसी का फ़ोन नंबर और ईमेल एड्रेस नहीं शेयर करते हैं for the privacy reason, but we share their LinkedIn profile, right, with their own, with their permission, right, so that you can check out their profile, you can connect with them down the line. If you want to talk to any one of them, right, you want to have a one is to one session with these graduates, the working professionals, the achievers of Alma Better, you can have a session one is to one, right? Now I'll explain you the dashboard कि कैसा लगता है डैशबोर्ड, क्या होता है, क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं आप यहाँ पर. Can you guys see this dashboard now? Can anybody help me? Give me thumbs up or something. All right. Now you can see this. This is my home page, right? You can see that I am enrolled into the master degree course of Alma Better, right? Plus, this is the dashboard. You can see we have a practice coding assessments, quiz assessments, capstone project, supplementary courses, and the instructors. Aluka Anand itself is a co-founder and a CEO, right? He will be instructor and heading the instructor team, right? The educational team. Vikas Srivastav is also a IITN from same from IIT Kharagpur, worked in a company called BlackRock, right? He also worked in the same company. He's a co-founder and a CPTO, right? Now, let's understand the thing from a learning perspective. What are the things that you're going to learn? How many programs we have? So we have a data science program and a full stack web development program. We don't have anything else. Reason being, we want to get the maximum expertise hold on to this field only, right? हमें इधर उधर नहीं जाना है, हमें एक चीज करना है और उसी में ही सबसे अच्छा होना है. एक काम करो लेकिन उसी में अच्छा हो. Remember that term, jack of all trades, master of none, right? It's, so we are the same. We are good at data science and artificial intelligence and web development only. Now we have various certification and degree program itself into data science and AI. So we have a master degree into computer science with data science and artificial intelligence, and we have a certification into data science and AI from IIT Guwahati, and we have our own in-house certification body, right, which is in the same data science and artificial intelligence. Now let's talk about our flagship program, where we help you to study the core fundamentals of AI and ML and DL, that is deep learning. Now, foundation track is there in the certification itself. So, in the certification, you study only the foundation tracks, where we move like baby steps and make you the help you with the expertise into data science, data analytics, business analytics, finance analytics, and further on going with the data engineering, some part of it, right? So foundation tracks will help you to land up in a job by going through our Almax career track that I'll be explaining further. But someone who's looking for a greater job, someone who's looking for a greater opportunity, a greater pay scale from AlmaBetter into master degree program, so we have a specialization track. What we include in specialization track? We include advanced machine learning, distributed machine learning, right? You work on big data, ML ops, like machine learning operations, machine learning strategies, right? You learn Hadoop, right? Many TensorFlow, all those things are there in this, right? You learn a lot more tools there. Advanced machine learning, as I mentioned before, and now the one of the most famous things is the deep learning with computer vision, that you see the Tesla car or you see the Face ID, it works on the same technology. Image recognition with CNN. I'm not talking about the news channel. It's called convolutional neural network, right? And RNN. You will be learning by these. You will be covering. We will be covering these topics into this. Now, the most advanced things these days is NLP, natural language processing. That you have these devices in your home which works on IoT that Mr. Alok mentioned, राइट सो एलेक्सा हो गया, गूगल का होम पॉड, सॉरी सॉरी एप्पल का होम पॉड हो गया, या एप्पल का सीरी हो गया. नाउ यू हैव द गूगल नेस्ट और गूगल असिस्टेंट्स in your phone or a device, standalone device, right? So they work on a NLP technology, understanding the language and accent spoken all around the world, different people, different accent, different way of speech. All right. So it understand all the speech. How it does it work? It works through NLP technology. All right. Back those days, when Google Translator started, we never had a translation system which can translate from English to Malayalam. Right. Since when the expansion of or the growth of internet began all around the world, right, we had lot more content. जितना ज़्यादा content बढ़ा उतनी ज़्यादा ज़रूरतें बढ़ी, right? So अब now there are people those who want their article to be translated into Malayalam from English. So Google decided to do that one model from Hindi to Malayalam, but they never did in English to Malayalam. So with the help of NLP technology, it was doing a cross-language translation. This was very possible with NLP technology only. It was never been programmed to do the thing from English to Malayalam or Malayalam to English. That is because of NLP. So we have a NLP here itself, right? We talk about Face ID. We have a specialized program done here on the computer vision, that is from deep learning. So we have a specialized program that you will be learning here how to detect the emotions of a face. You will be doing a practical project on it. Industry immersion track, where you will be doing some projects, a mega project that you do on the choosing of or choosing of your domain. Maybe someone interested in logistic, maybe someone interested in consumer internet, maybe someone is interested in e-commerce, FMGC, right? BSFI, any domain that you choose, you'll have to make one mega project basis on that particular domain. We make a web app, you deploy a machine learning algorithm, and then all the process when it's done, you write the thesis. You write how does it work, and that thesis is then represented to our college partner. Our partner for the master degree is Wolf University, which is situated in UK. So you get a direct degree from UK under Wolf University, right? So now, along with that, you get some ECTS points. What is ECTS? That is European Credit Transfer System. In precision, it is European Credit Accumulation Transfer System. Now, this ECTS points is awarded to every student, those who have done a degree outside India, especially UK, US, Canada. Now, with this, what is the use of ECTS? Now, one ECTS is equivalent to 28 hours or maybe 25 hours of study. For example, If you want to measure your financial health, we measure it in the terms of CIBIL score. The higher the CIBIL score, the greater financial health is. But in terms of study, how do we measure it? We measure in the terms of ECTS. For you, we measure it in the percentage in the 12th, right? कि आपके कितने अच्छे नंबर आए, आप हमें पता है इतना अच्छे स्टूडेंट होगा, राइट? तो आपने कितनी स्टडी करी है, we measure in the terms of ECTS, right? So we award you 90 ECTS points. This helps you to get a job outside India. This helps you to get your visa processing faster. This helps you to get a citizenship of a particular country outside India faster. Right? Clear hai yahan tak? Now what you can expect in foundation track, which is common in certification only also. Now we have 6 modules which covers the computer programming, which is Python, numerical programming, which includes data wrangling, EDA, and even visualization like matplotlib, cbond, numpy, all those libraries. We do data manipulation, data wrangling using pandas, right? And then you get EDA done, right? Extracting the useful information and then representing on a matplotlib, right? Then we have a relational database. Just like DBMS, you have RDBMS, which is nothing but a SQL, structured query language, right? जहाँ पर आप SQL पढ़ते हैं, SQL का main function है is to retrieve the data and store the data, right? And then you have a data visualization tool. We can do visualization here itself in a matplotlib and cbond, but for the tools where you can also do, you know, you can also store the data, such as use the program like Microsoft Excel or maybe Microsoft Power BI and Tableau, right? So these three major programs and tools you will be learning for the work of a business analyst. They preferably use Microsoft Power BI, which is in the trending right now. The important thing to remember, all these 4 modules are enough to make you data analyst and little part of applied statistics, right? It's enough to make you data analyst and a business analyst or a finance analyst. In order to become a data scientist, you need, or the junior level, you need to learn applied statistics, the mathematical part, and machine learning. Now there are people, those who are from non-technical background, उनको इतना पता नहीं, राइट? तो उनके साथ क्या होगा? तो डू नॉट वरी, वी विल हेल्प यू टू लर्न फ्रॉम द फाउंडेशन ट्रैक. जैसे गजनी की याददाश्त वापस दिलाई गई थी, we make you learn from the foundation of mathematics, right? Not to worry, you know the numbers, you will be able to do it. Next thing is machine learning, right? Which includes supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, and regression analysis, right? Plus reinforcement learning, right? So there are many things that you can do with machine learning, and how does it works, I'll be explaining with the projects. This is the learning thing, right? Now we have a classroom. What is classroom? This is the live class, and this is pre-recorded class, right? That means someone who wants to complete the program faster than before, right? They can go for a learn tab and start learning right now, right? They have access from A to Z. Access will be given, right? Either for the masters or the certification. But for the classroom, you have these live classes you can join on a particular time, right? Even though if you miss that classroom, you can come and join that class. I mean, watch that particular recording, right? Anytime you want. So, for example, for me, it aired on 29th May, right? This was the timing. So remember, the timing is always 8 to 10:30 p.m. alternate days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes on Saturday when you reach on the machine learning part, right? So you can see that this was a lecture given by Shivam Datta itself, who itself is a IITN and CEO of AlmaBetter, right? So you'll be learning from the best of the best, right? Now let's move to the practice portal, where I said that you have 1,000 plus coding problems. With 130 of them is from the companies like HCL, Cisco, Microsoft, Oracle, Meta, Novartis, Nissan, Accenture, and Academy, Adobe, and the list goes on, right? So we give you all the weapon so that you can choose and go and fight. Not actually fight, is to find a job, right? And to get success in terms of data scientist, as a data scientist or a data analyst, machine learning expertise, or artificial AI expertise, right? Now, projects, very, very important. As we said, that 20 plus project on a precise, for the master degree, you have 26 project. So we have project from every particular module, right? Computer programming, there is Python, you have programming projects. You have a program from SQL, right? Relational database, data visualization tool, transforming EDS to dashboard. That means you must be using either Microsoft Power BI, Excel, or Tableau, right? Applied statistics, you have this mathematical part, and machine learning. We give you 10 projects on the same, and some of them are from our hiring partners and from the famous companies like Zomato, where you will be making a program called restaurant clustering system. What is restaurant clustering system? That means you will be doing what? For example, if someone is from Maharashtra and he loves to eat vada pav, right? And he cannot survive without vada pav. What he do? Unfortunately, he has to move to northern part. दिल्ली जाना पड़ा उसको, ठीक है, वेयर ही कैनॉट फाइंड वड़ा पाव, वो सूखता गया, कांटा होता चला जा रहा, उसको अंधेरा छाने लगा उसके सामने कि वड़ा पाव चाहिए, ठीक है। तो उसने एक दिन सोचा चलो कुछ तो मंगाए, वड़ा पाव नहीं मिला, जोमेटो खोला, देखता है कि देयर इज अ रेस्टोरेंट सर्विंग वड़ा पाव, ओ माय गॉड, is it directly getting shipped from Mumbai? No, there was a community of Maharashtrian people was making vada pav and were selling it to the people and also on Zomato, all right? So in that way, how do we help the people? The more you do, ordering on Zomato or Swiggy, so they start taking your data. How? In terms of machine learning algorithms, they, as I said, that they have these logics they use, where they also come to know about your taste, your searches, right, your navigation on the portal. So accordingly they prepare a model for you, so that they can recommend you particular things. And you will be doing here at AlmaBetter a similar project that is already being done in Zomato, right? Unsupervised machine learning, Zomato restaurant clustering. Same with Netflix, right? You like to watch a lot of horror movies. You watched once, twice. Now you wanted to watch again something on Netflix. It says you watch Annabella 2. It's time to watch Nun 2. The reason being, you will be doing this unsupervised machine learning, that is end-to-end machine learning for the Netflix movies and TV shows cluster. And for the people, those are from the commerce background, good news for you guys. You will be doing the regression analysis. You will be predicting the stock closing price directly from the Yes Bank. The real data will be used, right? So we have this program projects from numerical programming in Python, where you do EDA, that is extracting the useful information from the clean data for Airbnb from the World Bank and Google Play, and so on, going for machine learning advanced level. This is the master degree now, right? Productionization, this is more of a machine learning. Operations, distributed machine learning, where we learn about big data and everything. Advanced machine learning, right? That's the advanced part of machine learning. Deep learning, another, the layer of artificial intelligence. Remember, deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, right? When you say that I'm learning AI, so AI includes a lot more things: NLP, computer vision, deep learning, neural networks, machine learning, unsupervised, supervised, regression, reinforcement. All those things are there. It's a part of AI, right? So as I said, that you will be doing a program that is similar to what Face ID does. You will be doing it deep FER, that is facial emotion recognition system, using a technology called deep learning with computer vision. You will be doing it here at AlmaBetter. Now, deep learning for NLP, the actual language processing. You will be doing a specialized LLM bot using pre-trained models. Maybe you will be making another chatbot, right? So this is what is there for the industry immersion track, especially for the master degree. We will be doing one mega project where you will be deploying ML models on a web app. Clear? Eh? I hope everything is clear. Let's move to mentorship. As I said, we have a 25 years of experienced expertise industry leaders, where you can have 5 to 6 session if you choose certification and 30 session if you choose our master degree program. Now, one of the most interesting thing, job board, right? Right now, there are n number of jobs available, right? You can choose remote position, hybrid, or this is on-site, data science, web development, permanent internship. This is jobs created and curated from other website and they brought down here at AlmaBetter. In one page, you can have all the access, right? You don't have to go and visit any other website. You can find the job here as well. Now, this is a job assistance part and part of job assurance as well. Now, now there are two phases in AlmaBetter. One is learning phase, another is placement phase. Now, this is very important, guys. Listen to it, all right? Very carefully. You have this learning phase and placement phase. Now, what is in the learning phase that you have seen right now? Now, after learning, you might go and find a job by yourself. You might use our job board and you maybe have connections. You might get a job. Fine, no problem. You paid our upfront course fees, right? It's all done. Now you have option to get into Alma X. When and why? This is optional. Now you say that I'm not able to find a job. So what we do, we find out the gap which is required to fill, right? So we start working on you. We ask you to go for a particular test. That's called ABCAT test, and there is a eligibility for it. All right. Now this is the career track where it says Alma X career track. For that, this is for what? Remember, job assurance, a job 100% guarantee, right? So for that, there is a eligibility test for it. You'll have to give ABCAT test where you will have to score minimum 60%. Now, what is the difficulty level, by the way? Difficulty level is around 70% easy question, 20% medium level, and 10% hard question. You will be given 5 attempts if you have chosen any of the certification program. In case of master degree, it will be of n number of attempts, right? Your threshold for 5 attempts will end there, right? So when you score 60% and above and your foundation track is completed within the timeline, right? Timeline, I mean to say, for premium program which is non-IIT, 1 year maximum. For IIT program, which is iconic program, we give you 18 months maximum, and for the master degree, we give you 2 years maximum, right? So you'll have to attend all your classes. There's no attendance requirement, but either you go by self-paced or you join the live classes. That is up to you. And then you appear for the ABCAT test within that time frame. Once you qualify, we bring you down to Alma X. Then we help you to sign an agreement called ISA agreement, where you will have to go for a regressive transition into your career by giving you n number of support. Now we start putting up money on you. We help you with a dedicated coach. We help you with the resume writing. The reason you are not getting selected because your resume is never been read, because there is a ATS system. What is ATS? Application tracking system, right? So they your resume is not being scanned with the JD required. एक कंपनी है सिटी बैंक, उसकी जेडी की रिक्वायरमेंट ये स्किल होना चाहिए स्किल. अब ये स्किल आपके रेज्यूमे में है नहीं तो वो कभी स्कैन नहीं होगा. इट विल नेवर गो फॉरवर्ड इन द स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस. So we help you to refine your CV, and that way it's ATS friendly. So resume writing, business communication, people with they might require a communication skill better, right? So we help them with the communication and business communication soft skill more. Dedicated career coach will be provided. A placement team will be set up, right? A group of 25 people will start working on you, right? And most of all, we give you mock interview sessions, which not 10, not 20, at least 50 mock interview session with industry expert, so that you can go and crack your interview, right? So for that, you will have to sign agreement called ISA, where you will have to pay the fees of this Alma X career track. This is different from the upfront fees. 10,000 rupees for 15 months, that is 1,50,000 if you choose an iconic program. But if you choose the premium program, which starts with 35,400, you will have to pay us 10,000 rupees later, right? When you get a job only from AlmaBetter for 24 months, that is 2,40,000 rupees. I will write down everything what I said here so that you can understand. Right? Give me 1 second on the chat box. Right? And for the master degree, we have added everything in one fees. It's around 2,80,000 rupees, where you get a opportunity to get a master degree which is equivalent to MS. Like MS in US, you get the same degree, plus you get 90 CTS points, plus you get IIT certification right after 6 months. And the best thing, only at Alma Better, you can go and ask for a job here at Alma Better right after 6 months. If you feel like I want to get a job and then continue my learning and earning at the same time, you can do that same, right? You can go and appear for ABCAT test, and for 2 to 3 months, we prepare you for Almax period. And when you get a job, you can start earning, and the same time you can start learning as well. You're completing the master degree. Now, the average salary of a master degree can someone can expect around 15 LPA. An average salary with certification is around 8 LPA, 6 LPA to 8 LPA, right? Clear? But in IIT program, you can get up to around 8 to 9 LPA as well, right? Clear यहाँ तक? All right, let's move ahead. Now that's all we have here for the dashboard explanation. Coming back to the slide, right? Now, our the fees that I've already mentioned for the premium program. Now this is a surprise for everyone. You can copy this code and apply on a checkout, right? कि आपको 20% off directly मिल रहा है यहाँ पर. I'm writing the code for you guys. MAC20, right? So that we get a 20% off. Now the fees, upfront fees for premium is 35,400, and for iconic, which is from IIT Guwahati, it's around 70,800, and the fees for the master degree is around 2,80,000 plus GST. Right now we are running a scholarship program. We're also running a scholarship test which is ending tonight, right? You can also appear that and get much more discount on the same, right? We have a sure job assurance policy as well. Clear यहाँ तक? Question answers. Now, please help me with your questions. I'll wait for 2 more minutes. At 4:30, we'll end this. Let's see if someone has any questions. Okay, I've got a lot of questions, but I was so. Can you explain my question again? अयान देखिए ऐसा है कि आप ये कोर्स ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. उनका कहने का मकसद ये है कि आप वेब डेवलपमेंट ज्वाइन करो या आप अपना पहले एक्सप्लोर करो इंटरेस्ट क्या है डेटा साइंस में. अयान अगर आपको और समझना है डेटा साइंस के बारे में, सो आई विल बी डूइंग द डेमो क्लास टुडे around 7:30 p.m. So I'll share the link with you all so that you can also join the demo class. I will be taking the whole demo class for today. So if you guys are still interested in getting the demo class, okay, so you can also get the same. Just allow me 1 second. So this is the link for the demo class. Somebody is interested can also come to my demo class around 7:30 p.m. and I run it for 2 hours or till 9:30. Okay. Now question answers. Junaid, you have already joined, I believe. You're still there, I don't know. You're already part of the program, I believe. Okay. All right. I don't see any more questions. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. It is very nice interacting with you guys. I believe you don't have any more questions. And best of luck to you guys. I've shared the link for the demo class if you really wanted to join. I've shared even the coupon code MAG20, right? So that you can also go and get a discount. I've written down all the fees upfront, the tuition fees, and the pay after placement already on the chat box, right? And for the master degree, let me write for the master degree as well. You can copy down from Wolf. So Wolf is spelled as WOOLF here, not WOLF. It's around 2,80,000 rupees plus GST. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Have a very blissful day. Take care of yourself. All right. Bye bye. Thank you.